Yo, happy Monday, everybody. Today is Monday, April 12th, 2021. LT is in the building, and I'm getting ready to teach you guys how to develop an amazing introduction for your book, right? So, who am I? I'm LT, the buddy teacher, also known as Latasha Jimerson. I'm an author, teacher, and book coach, and I help people write wonderful books in 90 days or less for their legacy. Okay. Most of my clients are worried about their legacy, concerned about their legacy. They want to leave something behind to their grandchildren and their great grandchildren. They want their voice to be heard because within 2 generations of your life, no one will remember your voice, right? I'm a history teacher by trade. So I think about this stuff all the time. The great people in history, think about it. The great people in history have books that they've written or that have been written about them. They have audio clips that we can still go back to and remember. Some of them are in movies. Some of them are on albums. So when you think about your legacy, one of the things that I teach to my clients is that you want to leave a legacy to your lineage, right? You are the ancestor. Let's just say you don't have any connection to your ancestors. You don't know much about your ancestors, right? Yada yada yada, right? You feel bad. There's no reason to feel bad because you are the ancestor. You're starting at the ground floor. You're building the foundation so that your children's children and your children's children, they're going to know who you are, okay? That's the whole point of this. So I've written 8 books. 2 of my books went #1 on Amazon. I'm super proud about this collaboration called Visibility. It's with a group of other speakers, and we're teaching you how to influence and elevate people from the stage by sharing your message to the world, right? So the reason why I'm on here today is because I'm doing a 4-part series. And this is called You Need to Use an Outline, because there's only one reason why people who try to write books fail, and that's because they don't use an outline. They just try to start writing and fly by the seat of their pants, and they don't know what they're doing. Trust me, I did it multiple times and it ended up being a hot mess. Okay? So, what is the first part of this outline? The first part of your outline, Roman numeral 1, is your hook. Every good book needs a good hook. So let me just give you an example off the top of my head, something that could possibly be a book or maybe not. The more you exercise, the better your sex is, right? The more you exercise, the better your sex life is. Let's just say that's my hook, right? Better exercise, better sex. Better exercise, better sex. You need to exercise, have more sex. Something like that. I guarantee you, any adult that reads that title is going to pick that book up and be like, what the heck is this all about, right? So the hook is at least going to get the person in the door. The next part of it is your thesis. Once you hook the reader, then you got to give them a good thesis. It's like if they're watching a movie, right? Say you turn on a movie, you're like, what the heck is this? You're like, whatever, I need to watch a movie just to get in a better mood, right? So you see a person driving in a car, they're in the movie, they're driving, they're smiling, they're having a good time, minding their own business, and then all of a sudden, out comes a truck out of the middle of nowhere, and boom, bashes into the driver. You're like, whoa, what was that? Are you going to keep watching that movie? Hell yeah, to find out who was that? Why did they do that? Who is this person? Where are they going? You are so curious now. So you've got the hook for your book. Now here comes the thesis. The thesis is going to tell us why you wrote this book, and it's going to give us 3 main points, right? So let's use my example like exercise. Exercise is good for your mind because it pushes all that oxygen to your brain. Let's just say that's your first main point. Exercise is good for your body because it gets that oxygen and the blood flowing to your heart, to your limbs, to your legs. Everything has oxygen, right? Okay. The other reason why exercise is so good is because if you exercise with a group of people, that improves your social life. Okay? So those are three different things. Exercise is good for your mind, for your body, for your group of friends that you're exercising with, right? So those are my three main points. So you've got the hook for the book, you've got the thesis, you've got the three main points, and now you about to go into the body. Body, yada, 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 yada. Yeah, that's tomorrow, actually. We're going to talk about the body, and we're going to talk about the conclusion tomorrow. The body is basically those three main points, and the conclusion is a repetition of your thesis, but you're going to really, really, really put a bow on that baby, right? How you start your book is how you finish your book, right? I'm training for a marathon on October 10th. I just started. Today's day 2 of training day. The way that I start my training is the way that I end my training. No injuries, no stress, just abundance and love and joy and peace and happiness, right? The way you start your marriage is the way you end it, or maybe you don't end it, right? And you keep it going. The way you start is good. You have to start your book on a positive note with a good hook and a good thesis and some main points, and that's where you take off like, woo, #1 bestseller, baby. Right? You have to start with an outline. It has to make sense. And if you see yourself going off to the left or off to the right or off to the other right, and you just way out in left field, you go back to that outline and you say, ooh, 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 wait a minute, ooh, did I drift away from my foundation? If you drifted away from your foundation, you need to go back to the foundation and you need to stay faithful to that outline. Now, can you change things? You can change things in the outline, but you definitely want to be faithful to the hook, faithful to the thesis, and faithful to those main points, those three main points, okay? So who is this for? And I hope that you go tag somebody like right now, right? I've got 4 groups of people that I love to work with. The first group of people, you guys already have your manuscript. You're just like, what do I do with this? Right? It's like you're holding a baby and you don't know how to change the diaper. You're holding the baby, you don't know what clothes to put on the baby, right? I love this group of people. You already got your manuscript done. You just need somebody to go through it, help you edit it, and get that baby published into the world, right? So you might be confused with the whole publication process. Don't worry about that, boo. That's my zone of genius, baby. I got you. Okay? The second person, you might have writer's block. You've been writing and writing and writing, and all of a sudden you're like, blank, nothing. It's gone. I got you too. Okay? I got you too, boo. The third group is the person that really wants to start, but they're just kind of scared to start because they don't really know what to expect, and they want everything spelled out. Like, that's how I used to be. I wanted everything spelled out. I wanted everything all plain in front of me. That ain't never gonna happen, boo. You're like the person that is in the double dutch line, right? You know, you got the double dutch. Everybody's like, come on, come on. You singing the song, hey, double dutch, double dutch. And the person never jumps in. You're like, what the hell, dude? Are you going to jump in or what? No, I'm not. I'm scared. Or the person who's at the edge of the swimming pool with their little tippy toes, trying to tip their toes in there. And the people are like, let's go. The water's fine. Come on. And they never do it. You're like, what? I got you too, boo. I got something for you. I got my belt for you. The last group is the group of really like super overachieving people who are just like super califragilisticexpialidocious, like just amazing people, very successful, cool ideas, and people keep telling them you need to write a book. You know, like they have these amazing stories that they love to tell. Like, they're probably the center of attention at the party. They're always laughing. They're always cracking jokes. They're always sharing, and they talk a lot, right? Sometimes they talk a little too much. So people keep saying you need to write a book. You need to write a book. You need to write a book. That probably means you're talking too much, and you actually just need to write a book. Those are my 4 groups. My manuscript person that already has manuscript. My person that's got writer's block, which doesn't exist, by the way, and I teach my clients that it does not exist, but you think it exists, but we're gonna handle that, okay? Then the person that wants to write the book but is scared, they don't know what's going to happen. And then the last group is people keep saying they need to write a book because they have a lot of stories and they keep talking. I can help y'all. I got you, boo. I got you. But you need to understand how to use an outline. You need to understand how to create a hook for your book. You need a thesis. You need 3 main points. We're going to be digging into those 3 main points mañana. So make sure you hit me up back right here. Same bat channel, same bat time, 11 a.m. Pacific. I don't know what time it is in the rest of the world, but it's 11:35 a.m. Pacific time. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Peace.